too much for sure. So cold, but we're always coming back for more. Egos in this wicked game, it's all for sure. Oh, I've got you. If we figured out what it's all about, takes a second and then we're back it again. Coaster.
Hey guys, we just got back from a trip from California visiting family, and our house is a disaster. We left it all cleaned and picked up, and then when we came home at 1:30 in the morning, we just unpacked and left everything just wherever we could leave it. And so it is a disaster zone in my house today. I really need to get this cleaned up because I just have to jump right back into life. It just doesn't stop moving, as most of you know. So I am trying to speed clean and speed unpack. I'm going to be starting by opening up the blinds and getting our place unpacked. Normally when I'm cleaning my house, I like to start with my kitchen and my dishwasher specifically, but today my entire living space was just screaming at me, and I couldn't even think about doing the dishes before putting away a lot of the stuff that we've left out, and things that just need to be organized and put away that don't normally belong upstairs, such as our traveling stuff. And so this day I got started with our main living space instead of the dishwasher. Here I'm just checking my mail that's collected over the time that we've been gone, and most of it is junk, but there are a few bills. I just went through some of the flyers for local candidates running for city council, and there's a lot of issues on the ballot this year, and candidates mean everything. So just a suggestion to get involved in your local government by being informed and voting.
Just wanna stay close, don't say that. Ain't gonna leave you. I don't wanna sabotage. Never really young, never really I know I have to lay in the bed I made. I know I let you down, and that was a big mistake. Just tell me your life, you have to. I just wanna pretend that you're mine for the last time. Is that alright? Just tell me your life, you have to. I just wanna pretend.
So for those of you who don't know, these are my two pups. They're only a year old. They are Charlotte and Jules. Charlotte is the cream one and Jules is the apricot one. And they love to follow me around and be my shadows and make sure that everything is good around our house. If I move, they move. If I sit, they sit. So they're my little buddies during the day. Here in Utah, our school district gives the students time off for hunting season in October, and that takes away from their Thanksgiving break. So they only have 3 days off in October and 3 days off in November. And I don't know how I feel about it. I go back and forth because it is nice to have a little bit of a break in October, but then it makes it a little harder around Thanksgiving when we go out to California and spend Thanksgiving there with my family. And so they end up missing school because I don't want to go out for a quick trip. Here is my favorite bread. It's just a sourdough bread that you can get in California, and you can't find it in Utah. And so whenever we go to California, we always stop by the grocery store before we head out of town and pick up many, many, many loaves of this really yummy sourdough bread. So if you're into sourdough bread, and you're ever in California, or I've even found a little bit in Nevada, it's Louis sourdough, St. Louis sourdough, I believe it's called. But it's just so good, and it's extra sour, so beware if you're not into sourdough, but if you are, then you will really love this bread. So I love opening up my windows, even if it's a little chilly outside. It just helps freshen up the air and really lift my mood and my spirits with the fresh air coming from outside. And so I frequently do this. Even in the dead of winter, I will open up my windows, even if it's just to crack them when I'm cooking or anything else, because it gets so stuffy and stale. And so that's my suggestion, is if you want to get motivated and lift your mood a little, then try cracking or opening up your windows, especially your blinds, and letting in that natural sunlight.
And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
So now I'm finally getting around to emptying the dishwasher. Like I said earlier in the video, I usually do my kitchen and my dishes first. I feel like everything centers around that. But now that I was able to kind of clear off my counters and declutter my mind a little, I was able to start on the dishwasher. Normally this is my kids' job. They rotate zones every week, but I really needed to get on top of things, and so I didn't want to wait for them to get back from school to do this. They will be emptying the load that results from the dishes, the dirty dishes that are in my sink right now, and they'll get to that later in the evening after they are done with all of their responsibilities.
I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever, forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For a pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that? What am I hearing? It feels like a heart attack. Someone help me catch my breath again.
So here I'm hand washing some trays that I bought for my kids to use while we're on the road, any road trip really. This is the first time we actually pulled them out and used them. They came in handy, let me tell you. I recommend this trick or hack any day of the week because my kids made a lot less of a mess. Even they felt like they had more control over any food or drink that they had on their lap while they were eating. And these were really messy and dirty on the inside by the time we got home. And I just kept thinking to myself, all of this could have been on their lap or even worse, on their seats. And we rented a Sprinter van so that we could have room to take our dogs. And so it wasn't even our vehicle that we took. And it was a brand new vehicle with barely even like 1,700 miles on it. And I was not about to stain the brand new van with all kinds of food. And so these came in handy, and when I get time, I will be adding vinyl onto the front of it so that they each have their own one and they don't get mixed up. Here my husband David is chatting me up while I'm busy doing the dishes. He is fortunate enough to work remotely at home, and here he's just taking a break and getting something to eat and just creating conversation with me. And that's one of the things I love about him being at home, is that we have some daily interactions that we get just here and there in between his meetings. And so he's a good husband and a good friend. I love him. Here I'm just picking up this disastrous living room. Sometimes the one drawback I feel to decorating so much is that there's just more to straighten up and put away and clean up when you have it all out. And so it's kind of a love-hate relationship. I love how it looks when it's all straight, but when you have 6 kids, you can't expect everything to stay in its place all the time. And most of the time it's not. So I'm being truthful here. So I'm just unpacking. I like to do it in wide open spaces, just in one room where I can see everything and create big piles. Usually when we stay at my mom's, I will do laundry and wash our clothes before we come back home, so I don't have a bunch of laundry to do. But since this was such a quick trip, I just said, you know what, I'd rather spend more time with my siblings and my nieces and nephews and my mom rather than worrying about washing and drying and folding all the laundry and packing it up. I just said, let's just shove it into bags and throw it in the luggage or in the car and, spend that extra time that we would have been doing those things with family. And so a trick here I have for you is to save your empty water bottles that have water left over in them, and nobody says that they're theirs. They all say they don't claim it. That really drives me crazy. Even if we buy little miniature water bottles, we still have kids saying, I don't know whose it is. So what I've learned is I hate just dumping it down the sink. I paid for the water. And so what I will do is use them on my plants, since plants don't need, they can have germs and stuff in it. It's not a big deal. So I'll just dump the last of the water into my plants, and then I don't feel as bad if I have to dump out the rest, or I can put it in my flower beds to water my plants there.
Sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes.
So we went out to California because one of my nephews, who is 18, he was going to be leaving on a 2-year mission for the church that we're members of, and it was his farewell talk in church, and we just wanted to be supportive. He gets to serve in Brazil for 2 years speaking Portuguese, and we're really excited for him. But while we were there, I got to go to lunch with my sisters, and it was so fun to just hang out with them and laugh and eat some really good Mexican food and just catch up. My sisters who live in town normally get to see each other regularly, but I don't usually get to join in on the fun, and I get FOMO. So they were really sweet and put off their weekly meetup a day so that I could be included, and that their little sister could be a part of the fun.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily.
Now it's time to start lunch and feed my little kiddos who are preschool age and at home with me. Because I haven't gone grocery shopping, we barely got back at, like I said, 1:30 in the morning, the night before. I really didn't have much on hand, so we were just doing peanut butter and jam sandwiches, which is actually their favorite. My older kids, they enjoy peanut butter and jam sandwiches, but they wouldn't want it every day. My 2 littlest ones absolutely adore peanut butter and jam, especially my 5th child, Elias. And so to them, this wasn't even a big deal. They love this meal. And so I used the good old sourdough bread that we get from California and added some carrots to their tray. This jam here that I'm using is actually from a city in the canyon, and they have a lot of local produce and local food that they produce. And this jam is a strawberry rhubarb, and it's local to the little shop there that sells fresh milk from their cows that are out back behind the store. And they sell delicious specialty cheeses that is also made from the milk that comes from those same cows. So we stocked up on quite a few jars because we don't go out there very often, but it's really yummy.
From the get-go, let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me break it. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn.
So another thing I normally do if I have a day of cleaning ahead of me is I will start a load first thing so that I have laundry washing in the background. But on this day, I found that there was wet laundry that got left in the washer for the whole weekend that we were gone. And let me tell you, I wasn't very happy about that because that meant that I had to wash it special. So in this case, if you guys ever leave your laundry in the washer and it gets stinky and mildewy, there's a trick. So if you add a washing pod to the drum, and then you add vinegar to the soap dispenser in the tray, and you add laundry baking soda as a pre-wash in the same tray, then that allows it to wash with baking soda. You get the baking soda into the clothes, and then you have the vinegar that would act as the soap in the process, and those two combined get out the mildew and freshen it. And I also will put in the Lysol laundry disinfectant, so if there is any bacteria left that maybe, you know, microscopically started growing, it would take care of all of that. And I have not had a problem since. My clothes don't smell afterwards when you dry them or anything. That trick really works. So if you are ever in that position, give it a try. But usually when I'm about to leave for a trip, I always check all the trashes, and I always check the laundry, the washing machine. But apparently I did not know that my daughter stuck in a load and forgot about it. So this put me behind on my laundry. But I have heaps and heaps of laundry, and so I'm just sorting through it all and figuring out what is going to go with what load. My darks were the biggest load, but we had so much laundry. When you have a family of 8, the laundry just piles up in no time.
Myself, would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run and on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking hearts. Too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lighting, don't wanna pick a fight with it. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me?
I just want to thank you for watching and supporting my channel. And if you could like, comment, and or subscribe, that would really help me out. And I hope to see you in the next one.
Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotion.